During cross-examination in a civil lawsuit, is it ever okay for a judge to interrupt the attorney to ask his own questions? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some terrific information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. The answer is, yes it is. Now, you should know that the trial judge controls everything that happens in the courtroom during the trial. The judge determines when we start each day. He determines when we finish each day. He determines whether certain witnesses will be allowed to testify. The judge determines what evidence gets admitted so the jury can ultimately see it. The judge will make legal rulings so that now certain questions can be asked or cannot be asked. So now the defense has their medical expert on the stand in a medical malpractice case. And the plaintiff's attorney, the attorney who represents the injured victim, is cross-examining the defense's medical expert. And now, in the middle of the attorney questioning the expert, the judge says, "Mr. Oginski, hold on a second. I have my own questions I want to ask this expert." What do? Do I say, "No, judge, you can't do that? You're not allowed to do that. You're not one of the attorneys"? The reality is, the judge can stop me, and obviously he's concerned. He's confused. He needs answers to certain questions. And he thinks, most likely, that if he has questions, there's a very good likelihood that the jury also has similar questions. So now he wants to clarify something. So he's going to turn to the witness and ask the witness directly whatever is concerning him, whatever questions he has. And now when he's done asking the questions and getting the answers from the expert, now he'll say, "Okay, Mr. Oginski, proceed." So now what happens if I think the judge is asking an improper question? Can I say, "Wait a second, judge, you can't ask that question. That's improper"? Well, guess what? I have an absolute legal obligation and a right to object to a question that I believe is improper that the judge is asking this expert. The judge may be doing harm to me in my case by asking a particular question. And now I have an absolute obligation to put my objection on the record. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Who makes the rulings about whether or not someone can ask a question in the courtroom? The judge does. Do you think if the judge has a question and intends on asking the expert just because I'm objecting to it, do you think he's going to turn around and say, "You know what, Mr. Oginski, you're absolutely right. I'm not going to ask these questions"? No. He's going to say, "Mr. Oginski, your objection is noted and it is overruled. Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask the expert these questions." So to go back to the original question, can the judge ask questions of a witness if he believes that something is unclear? The answer is absolutely. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an inside look at what goes on behind the scenes in civil lawsuits involving an accident case or a medical malpractice case or even a wrongful death case here in New York. You know, I recognize and I understand you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.